Alright, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Connor on chain, getting blinded right now. So I'm going to the store, and we got the market. In my opinion, it looks like it's heating up. You know, I have been getting fairly bullish again. You know, I've been so on and off over the last 6 months, guys. We have been in the most sideways chop that I've seen in like ever, literally. We are in a supposed bull market, and we have been sideways like crazy for a while. But I think it's getting to a point where I think finding new gems and really going in, jumping into discounts at a time very close to now is kind of going to be the best move. You know, I personally am just very bullish right now going forward. Like I said, you know, I'm kind of like a hyper bull in a bull market. But, you know, obviously being a bull over the last 6 months definitely was not, you know, I can't say the smartest move. But at the end of the day, guys, I still know where we're going over the span of the next few months into even a year from now, right? Still have not had that blow off top. But something lately that I've really been thinking about is that we may still be at a place where we actually have not even experienced a full-blown massive euphoric run yet, as far as something like relatively simple, or I'm sorry, not simple, relatively similar to the previous cycle. You know, I think it was pretty euphoric though, from late 2023 into about February, March, like this year, you know. But, you know, Bitcoin has still not had, Bitcoin has still not had an actual run into new highs yet. You know, and that is where I've been thinking, I'm like, at this point, the lower we can continue to go, it's going to be like a beach ball underwater, you know. The further you push it down, when it pops up, it's going to completely just rip, you know what I mean? That's been my kind of thought process right now, because I've been seeing a lot of people even talk on Twitter saying that, you know, this bull market genuinely hasn't even started yet, which I don't know how to feel about that. You know, I mean, again, I can kind of see the argument with it. It was just very odd. It's just been very weird price action so far in this cycle, you know, and two things are going to play out going forward. One is that we still have not even experienced that massive price discovery / euphoric run yet, aka it was all a test pump. It was the pre-pump. You know, it was kind of like similar to in the previous cycle, if you were around in the bear market, which I actually wasn't until middle of 2020, but if you were there from like 2019 into 2020, you know, price just went up for a while. You know, Bitcoin went from, I don't know the price, but I think it ended up doing a 2 or 3x from the bottom, hit, you know, ripped to the upside, you know, trended sideways, and then, you know, we had C20. Is it COVID? Tried not to say it, but I said it. What was it? Oh my god, I don't even know what it was called. Anyways, we had COVID, right? But people are almost comparing it to that time frame. So that's one potential. Or two, again, we are still going to be gearing up for some sort of major run again. But it's going to be probably the end of the cycle on this next leg up. You know, and there are arguments, in my opinion, for both, you know, good and bad. But, you know, I'm not trying to sway anyone's ideas or opinions about where we're actually going to be headed. But I do think in due time, either way, what I am focusing on is the next leg to the upside, you know. I think this next leg up into price discovery is going to be key. And like I said, I'm not really going to be focusing, you know, 1 year out. You know, that's kind of my end goal, is to focus this far, but the next major milestone to be focusing on is going to be this next leg up. That's what I'm really zoning in on. And whatever happens going forward, whether it does take another 2 months, because of all the uncertainty, or, until the election happens, I'm still going to be just waiting to see when that next major leg happens and what kind of prices we're hitting. And then from there, I kind of want to gauge, whether it's indicators to, fundamental indicators, technical indicators, and just seeing what do the charts look like when we're at 85K, 90K, is it going to signal that this was literally the last pump it's going to have before it just settles down? Or are we in the next leg literally just starting like the real long-term bull, going into all, more in the longer time frame than I initially thought the bull would actually last, And I'm saying, a bull going all the way through probably 2024, mid 2024. I kind of felt like our bull run would top somewhere between, anywhere from end of 2024 into early 2025. But, at this point, guys, it's getting very hard to, kind of gauge. Price action this bull run so far has been very hard. Or not even hard, it's just been different, right? Because of ETFs, because of all the hype. Initially, months early, we had Bitcoin basically have that huge rally, just to get back to all-time highs. And we've had sideways action now because we did run a lot early than we should have, right? So now it's almost like it's in this corrective phase, aka trying to time itself back to where it would have been if it was not, if we didn't run that fast, that quick. That's kind of my opinion. It's trying to just level itself out. If we never had that parabolic move, back in late 2023, early 2024. But outside of that, like I said, still very bullish on altcoins. I think utility coins are going to have a nice recovery at some point. And there have been a lot of different things I've been focusing on, more so with altcoins, because we have seen obviously the entire shift of meta into meme coins, right? And personally, I love meme coins. I think they're going to dominate the rest of the cycle, no matter what people want to believe. But I think for AI and gaming and RWA, whatever utility, there's been a huge thing where people just do not like these vicious VC tokenomics, and I don't blame anybody, because I think that is a huge part of why almost every single utility coin that you're familiar with, especially newer ones from this cycle so far, have just been down only for months. That is a huge reason, outside of market conditions, and Bitcoin obviously dumping, right? But that's a major reason why, is because when you have zero buy pressure, no one wants to jump into the market because we're so sideways, because it's so questionable, and then if you have tokens that are unlocking, whatever, 0.5% of the supply every few days, even a week, when you just got tokenomics like that, when sell pressure is literally either daily, weekly, just dumping it onto the market in different ways, that is where all that sell pressure just comes from, and it just stacks up, month after month after month. And my thought around that, though, has been, I think once we pick up and these narratives get hype again, I think, a lot of the coins that have held up a lot better than others, the ones that have held up will have a strong recovery and probably go into new highs. Some coins that are down all the way, they'll probably have some sort of recovery pump, but it's definitely going to be on the team. Once these recoveries happen, it's definitely going to be on the team to continue to deliver and grinding their ass off to actually make that recovery for their altcoins like next level, to actually take them into new, you know, higher highs, higher lows, getting people excited for the project again, you know. But I think we're going to see a huge recovery outside of tokenomic, you know, hell, whatever you want to call it. Even because I think once the hype comes in, once narratives start pumping, I think a lot of AI coins, even if they have shit tokenomics, you know, the tokenomics are going to come second again. Why? Because we got people flooding into the market, money's flowing in, anything that says the word AI in it is going to be flying, right? So the tokenomics at that point in time are not going to matter. And again, the tokenomics, to me, the reason why it's important is sideways action like this. When the market is cooling off for a short time or a long time, when the tokenomics are really bad, as in constant sell pressure, that is why we're seeing such heavy decline across the board with so many of these altcoins, you know? So lately what I've been focusing on is I've been looking into a lot of projects like utility coins that just have less vicious tokenomics, you know? Because for me, you know, I feel like I talk about a lot of coins that may not be fully diluted. I talk about a good mix. You know, coins that I've talked about in the past, from NKI, OXO, Fidium, you know, they're all fairly diluted, you know. And a couple more, you know, are in between 60, 70, 80%. But some of the newer ones like SPEC, FLT that I brought up, those tokenomics are very low float right now, as in this very small circulating supply. But the thing with those two specifically is they will not see any unlocks for at least 6 to 8, 9 months now, maybe something like that. So there's 0 unlocks until a certain point in time. And at that point, that is going to be a time when you should re-evaluate if you should be holding the coin still. You know, and I will probably make a video once that time actually comes in a long time, right? You know, but I think a lot of coins, again, just with shit tokenomics, are going to continue to dump until we see hype just, you know, come in and sweep everything, right? So, like I said, I'll probably continue to focus on coins too and bring some more up that have, you know, fully diluted or somewhat fully diluted, aka just better tokenomics in general. And again, that's not everything to the tokenomics, but for the most part, you know, and that's also a reason why people love meme coins. You know, I mean, depending on the meme coin, you know, and if the entire supply was, you know, fucking sniped from like 2 wallets, where the dev sniped his own supply, you know, outside of like sketchy ass shit like that with certain meme coins, you know, for the most part, a lot of organic meme coins, you know, they're already fully diluted, you know, so you really don't have to worry about any sort of tokenomics issues with meme coins. And that's another reason why a lot of people flood into it, you know. But outside of that, you know, I don't have too much else to cover in the video. Kind of just want to give an overview of my thoughts today. Because, you know, I have been very bullish on everything from Bitcoin, DeFi, RWA, AI, and gaming lately. You know, I'm definitely going to make some videos this week. You know, I said it yesterday. And I'm definitely going to be making videos on all those narratives because I think it's time to really, you know, hone in and just show you guys a lot of the gems that I've been seeing every single day, you know. And honestly go a lot deeper into research with a lot of coins too. So be on the lookout for that stuff. And outside of that, you know, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Just stay bullish. You know, we do have a nice few months, 6, 12 months ahead of us. Even though the market's very uncertain, I think going forward, we still will have some sort of great few months ahead of us. You know, once this real downside is over, which, you know, that might have been one of the final dumps that we just had like a week or 2 ago. So outside of that, guys, stay bullish. And I will see you guys in the next video. So thanks.